Hello, welcome. This video is the first tutorial of a two-part tutorial series on how to set up Runguest for a new hotel. There are really 6 simple steps to follow in order to set up Runguest for a new hotel. I'll show the steps are as the first step as the keying of hotel name, email and password, all the relevant information regarding the hotel. And the second step, the creation of the hotel database, which is basically to set up the rooms and apartments for a hotel. And the third step being the creation of the period, the year specifically for which we want to manage. And the fourth step, which is the creation of the rates and deposit percent. And finally, the fifth step, which is the creation of the rules, basically attaching rooms to the rates we've already set up in the fourth step. And the sixth step, which is basically an optional step, is just to test what we've done, the setup we've done, to verify that we were able to make a new reservation based on those steps. So let's get started with the first step, which is creation of a hotel name and all that relevant information. We will launch our browser. I'm using Google Chrome. You can actually use Internet Explorer from version 6 will be alright, or you can use Mozilla or Safari. We're going to use hotel, which I've already set up to make things faster and easy for us. So we're not basically going to create hotels from scratch. I'll use the hotels which I've already created, but the steps are basically the same for creating a new hotel from the scratch. So we will launch the browser. It takes us to the home page, which is the Runguest home page, which you're seeing at the moment. We will click on the try it now for free button, this button here. I'm not going to click it. As I said, I've already set this up, so we'll just run through. So if I navigate forward, see, when you click on that button, it takes you to this page, account settings page, where you can basically set up your accounts. You put in your hotel name here, hotel address. We'll use the hotel called Home Sweet Home. Address information, basically this is self-explanatory what you put in here. Under this section, I put in the name, hotel owner's name, or whatever name you choose is alright for this section. Put in the name Donald, last name Musa, and this is an email address which the hotel will be using to log into Runguest. Every user of that hotel will be using this account, this hotel email, to log in. So repeat that email address here, and we choose a password. We have to remember the password because we will be using the email address later on and the password to log on to Runguest, as we saw in this this page here, where we put in the email address and the password. So it is important to remember the email address and the password we'll put in here. So we just check this box to make sure that we understood, we agree with the terms and conditions, and then we click on place order, and then it takes us to the next page. And the next page is where we actually talking about the second steps here of creating the hotel database, basically your rooms. And in here we will use the 10 room. We assume our hotel has 10 rooms. If your hotel has 100 rooms, you simply put 100 rooms. If it's 50 rooms, you change it to 50 rooms. But we'll be sticking to just 10 rooms. So we click on this create database. So it takes us to this page. Here in this page, we basically we could still have about 10 rooms here. We modify to suit the room numbers we've given to a hotel. We modify this page. So for instance, we might decide to say, okay, we want to start the first room at 010 or whatever, or 0 or 001, 010 basically, or the second room at 020 basically. But what we've said here, basically I've taken 001 as the first room, 002 as the second room, and finally to the last room, the 10th room, as 010 as the 10th room. First room is located on the first floor, so you put in the floor information. Ground is located on the ground floor, put in the floor information, and from room 6 to room 10 is on the first floor, so put in the floor information. Also here you be able to put in your the capacity of each room. So I've put in 2, so you choose according to your hotel configuration. So I put in 2 here for each of the rooms except room 8, which is has a capacity of 3, and room 10, which has a capacity of 5. Then again, house name or house number is also important that you put a house number. I have assumed that my hotel has only one house, so I have house 1. So I put in house 1 all through down to the 10th room. If your hotel had more than one houses, so you could be using maybe house 1 and probably here a house 2 as your house names. Sorry, house 2 as your host name. So, but the important thing is that your rooms have to be unique. Each room has to have a unique room number, even if it's on a different house. So it must each room must be unique. So here I'm sticking to having only one house because my hotel contains only one house, so I have one house each. And then priority is not really very important, but it's just to indicate the priority of the room. The higher the number, the lower the priority of the room, but I'm sticking to 1 as my priority here. You could also have priority 2 or 3. Priorities run from 1 to 9, so but okay, just to use 1 as our priority, and that's it. We set up our priorities, and then we are ready to click on this and insert the data about our rooms. And when we do that, it takes us to the next page, which is basically a confirmation. We confirm that we're okay here, clicking on the OK button, and on the year we basically have year 2013 set up for us already. So all we do here is just to click on this button, year 2013, and it takes us to the confirmation of the year creation. And if we click on the OK button again, we are at the main menu. So we finished in the initial setup, and which is basically this step 1 to 3. So in the next tutorial we'll be looking at steps 4, 5 and step 6. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next second tutorial. Thank you. Bye.